Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cowboys and the Colts, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Indianapolis Colts taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. So it all comes down to this. We are ready, and Super Bowl 58 off and running from New Orleans. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive drive, winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go to the ground again with Taylor. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. That is caught by Anderson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 18. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And on this first drive looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mecole Hardman, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, good return up past the 30.
Well, he gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. That good for 19 and a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He will score. Touchdown, Colts.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now the touchback's coming back to the 25 instead of the 20. When guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Prescott. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3. The Colts 42-yard line.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. And we are back and ready to go for the second quarter of the Super Bowl. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis, as always, thrilled to be with you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. He's going to have the hook up the sky. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down at the 31.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Play action now, Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop it before you get a good head of steam going.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Richardson on 3rd and short. Being chased out left. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is fielded at the 27. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Open man here is Scott, complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
First down, Prescott. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. Fourth down, Prescott. That's to his running back, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and have the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up 1st and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. One of the Jets sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't it?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And his kick is right there. It's good.
So the long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And not much happening there as we get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Richardson shotgun on 3rd down. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to look deep down the field. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. McLaughlin now to have the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Cowboys 31, Colts 17.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out of the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Check pass. Ready.
1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. That's caught left side by Hardman. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. Against 2nd and 8. The 41.
79 Broncos.
Here's Richardson to throw. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's got room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Colts were able to fall on this when they were. And so possession will remain with Indy. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Don't check. Seven Pirates.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Like, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And a short pickup to about the 25. When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Prescott to throw it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield, marking down at the 49. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've got their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium. It's They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Now Prescott. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Let's go now.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick-6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick-6s over the history of this huge game. I remember, because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that one pretty much sealed the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back a ways because, you know, unfortunately I'm considerably older. Herb Adderley, the Green Bay Packers, got it all started. The first pick-6, Super Bowl II against the Oakland Raiders, and some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison of the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall them on. What a play here. Another pick-6 in the Super Bowl. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Richardson off the play fake. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. Room here to run. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, 33 yards. And the Colts get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Pollard again. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Third and short yardage. Prescott finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott off play action. He's going to let this one go deep.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a fourth pick of the ball game.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
On third down, here's Richardson.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. The Colts kicking team is out there now, and they will send this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on the 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Going to run again here with Pollard. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, it's Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now we give here to Pollard. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
161 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They'll run on first down. Pollard. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Down at the 45-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They are the kings of the NFL. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs. You see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them. A fantastic season.